Greetings, my infinite family. I came to you today to talk about a message that I received, and it really is further understanding about this Moorish nationality. I claimed my nationality in the last few months of 2020, and there were some things that I think I wasn't really understanding in its fullness, and it was brought to my attention as to how to better explain um, the purpose of having established your nationality and to live by the principles of love, peace, freedom, love, peace, truth, freedom, and justice. And the star that is on the flag, it represents those principles. The top of the star is love, and that is our highest principle. Um, I do not have any intentions of trying to beat anyone in the head to become or claim their Moorish nationality. Anyone who is referred to as Black, Negro, colored, African American, these are the people that are considered Moorish people. We are the Moors. We have been known through history as the Moors. We have traveled the world. We have been everywhere. And we have been teaching in the history beyond these understandings of what slavery was. Beyond that, we were the initial leaders of the world. And we have had several inventions and things that others have claimed as theirs because we just didn't live like that. We didn't file patents, and that was not part of how our society existed, that part. Um, but because of how things have been going and how our history has been hidden and how we've been referred to by several other names throughout the text, people don't know that in his story we are different, named as different cultures. And so with that, Moorish nationality, the MSTA, the Moorish Science Temple of America, we have a main message to people when they come to visit the temples, and it is partially regarding the fact that we don't know ourselves anymore. And the problem with not knowing yourself is that you can't manifest your most fulfilling life. You can't be but such an example of your possibility, your capability, or your potentials if you don't know who you are. So that's one of the primary messages, is to learn who you are. And he expressed that these things we may not even recognize because in the truth of who we already are it. And so it may take a moment to settle in that these things we tend to draw to when we have our awakening or become conscious. Astrology, gemstones, using things that have to practice like the art of alchemy, like being able to go from a negative space to a positive space, to be able to heal your physical body, to use the earth, the plants, nature to heal your body. These things are who we've been, and others have taken those sciences and used them and maybe changed them some. And so we see those things, and they're from us. They're from the Moorish Nation. We created a lot of the sciences. We created the way schools, as far as the different courses you take, that's a part of the Moorish creation. The way the buildings are made are about our creation. That was our teaching. And we were the teachers of civilization. We taught what was civilized. And then there was the moment where the nation fell. And because of that happening, because of us already forgetting at that point who we were and acting in our lower self or our stories and getting stuck in our stories about who we are, we took a fall. And we've been down for some time since then. And so now that the Moorish Nation has come back and we are growing and we are remembering who we are, and we are stepping into those roles and walking in that esteem and respecting life, respecting humanity. Spirit gave me a message about that. So I'm going to share that. And this is going to be like part 2 of my Know Thyself message, because it kind of shows why this is important. And in knowing that you are not Negro, Black, colored, or African American. I mean, African and American, that's two different things. That's we're not gonna go into that right now. Okay, but the point of knowing that is that it helps to save what we call humanity. And when you join the MSCA, when you claim your nationality and you become a member, you get your 101s. Okay, and in this booklet, it talks about humanity. It talks about our bloodline. It talks about a lot of things about who we are and our divinity in this little booklet. And it shows us that our job or our role is to save humanity. And there's lots of perspectives around trying to save humanity, right? So the way that this is understood is that in coming to know yourself and to understand the highest principle of love and to understand love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, is you understand the balance of life. That's what you're coming to understand. The balance of this existence and the flesh life. And we are here in the flesh. And this is part of our existence. And we agreed to come here and to incarnate into whatever family lines we did. And when we did that, we had an intention for understanding, learning, gaining something from that experience. And it's not to say that everyone has some loud role. No role is more significant than the other, just like a flower is to a tree. But it is to understand that whatever that is that you came to do and to be, that we should walk that out. We should honor that role and we should fulfill that role. And of course, it's your choice. And everybody comes back many times just to do this. So the better we walk out our role that we agreed to come in and participate as, the more fulfilled our lives will be. And so as we do that and we come to know ourselves, we come to know as a Moorish person that we were the first caretakers of the earth, as we know. Okay. And what happened was we allowed that responsibility to be shifted. It went into the hands of what we call the Pale Skin Nation. And that would be the Europeans, etc. And with that, it's kind of like, when does that normally happen? When does the transfer usually happen of possessions and titles? That usually happens when someone has passed away. And so what they were telling me is that we have not passed away. We are very much still here. And to step down and to allow that to happen for the period of time in which it did, it has had a tremendous effect on ourselves, on all humanity, and on Earth, Mother Earth. And as she is healing and going through this shift and transition, purifying herself, we are also going through our own physical purification as we are basically borrowing these bodies from Mother Earth. Our bodies are made of the earth elements. And yes, it is said that we are also made of the stardust as it falls to the earth, which is the energy and the remnants of our ancestors. And ultimately, some people would say that that would be our highest charge, is to become a star. And I do mean that literally. So in honoring our incarnation and accepting ourselves and who we are and what we came here for, you have to honor your incarnation, your flesh. What did you choose? And why did you choose that? And to ignore any part of who you are choosing to not accept yourself. So it is part of self-acceptance that you come to terms with what that is. Now, I was raised and taught that I was a goddess. My father wanted to kind of make this change on his own, but he was not able to do that. It's also not a charge for one man. It is a charge for all to take up their roles and to lead that life as they intended. And of course, your choice, but you chose an assignment. So when you came back, you had an intention. And so as we come here and we live our lives and we return back to the earth, these physical bodies, and we move on. So basically, it's coming to talk about, at that point, to be a demonstration. Demonstrate the way. Demonstrate truth. And as we, as the Moorish Nation, stand up and find our truth, the rest of the world will follow, as we have already seen is the case. Us, our creation, the way we look, the way we are creative, our music. Think about how our music carries over the earth. People who don't even speak English will know our raps, our songs. And we are very vibrational beings. And when we send out energy, it is felt. And it's almost as if They've been waiting on us. And I've heard people say this, but I've had some experience as of late that showed me that, yes, they have been waiting for us to step back up. They've been wondering, when are we going to step back up? And we have been getting stuck in traumas a lot. We have had some awesome, amazing, transformational teachers, particularly in my youth. I noticed within the community, the the woke folks, basically singing like the Jew Pukrams and Valentine and oh gosh, what's his name? I always stumble on his name. I see his face. He was a master science teacher. His name is Bobby Hammett. Thank you, Bobby Hammett. Those kind of scientists have come through. We have the Dr. Sabies and the Dr. Africa. We've had all these people that my age group has gotten to grow up with, and so that is all about coming back to yourself, because when we correct our food, or we correct our habits, and we learn about these pieces of history, what it does for you is it does help you to know yourself better in a different way. Now there's different, you know yourself as an eternal being, you know yourself. But again, in this incarnation, we are physical beings. And in that part, knowing what that means for your lineage, knowing what it is that you birthed into, I may not be able to point out a place on a map and say, this is where I'm from. But what I can do is I can say, this is who I am in my spirit, and this is who I am as my man body. So, as my physical body. So that together has brought me to this place. And this is what I do. This is my creation. This is my choice. And I have my thing that I have to offer the world. And as we come to know those things and know ourselves through those things, or know ourselves and then present those things, we become the upliftment of humanity. We become the example of upliftment. We become the example of spirit man. We become the example of a whole being who knows their whole, who functions as a whole, mind, body, and soul in alignment. And this is a journey, like a lifetime journey. It's not even like this is a small task. But what I'm speaking of is we can start stepping into these paths, because the clearer path we create, the better example we have. Just think what our kids will do. Just think what their generation will do if they can start anywhere near where we leave. Coming up, understanding who they are, coming up with a confidence and esteem about who they are, because there's so many wrong things that have been said and have been stereotyped to us as a whole that are so far wrong that it has thrown us, because we didn't have certain footing. And what I have noticed prior to even joining and claiming my nationality is that there are so many more fathers in the homes. There are so many men that I know who take care of their kids, who make every effort to take care of their kids in every way, being present, providing financial support, even in a separated household, or separated homes, and even in separated homes. And so it's like seeing that, and then seeing now what my Moorish experience has been. It's been very transformational. And I just wanted to come and share that the whole point behind us learning that we are not Negro, Black, colored, or African American, and that we are Moorish, is to be the example that you want to see, and to shift the world, and to support Mother Earth, and to keep humanity alive. Because this is actually not a lightweight conversation to have, that you coming to know yourself equals the continuation of Earth. It equals us existing as humans. Like, no one wants to hear about a race of people being destroyed. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what race it is. We don't really want that. Okay? We don't really want humanity to be destroyed. It would be amazing if we can all stand up together, and that we could all come into a unity. And while I'm speaking from a Moorish perspective, that is the perspective I have this lifetime. And I can't speak out of something that I'm not experiencing. But I do understand that in understanding yourself, you understand the unity. Because while people can point fingers and say, well, you did this and your people did this, you also have to point back at yourself. What are you doing? What are you doing with yourself? What are you doing with your life? What example are you setting? And it is your responsibility to decide if that matters to you or not. Some people may not care. They may not care. They may not care about humanity. They may say things are going to happen. They're going to happen. People may say all kinds of things. But what role do you want to play? What feels good to you? I have to say, for me, I do have accountability for other people. I do care. And even though even if this was a dream and everybody is just a reflection of myself, I still care about all of myself. And I still want the best for all of myself. And I have found, even in the most painful of my experiences, there is this magical beauty of transformation, and I can't deny it. It is amazing. And the space of unity in which I can see that from is that in coming to know myself, I have come to know of past lives of mine. I have come to know that in every lifetime I was not this skin, you know, and that's okay and perfect. And I don't have any judgment on that. Really, it's just all beautiful. And we all can play in this together to support one another, never miss the opportunity to be happy, to express joy, to express love, you know. And as we come, and as a Moorish people, to understand ourselves, the world will follow our footsteps as per usual. So it's hard not, it would be hard to not recognize that we do have an influence, especially here in America for some reason. Lately, I can't speak for all times, and I can't speak for everyone, but when you look at the impact that we have amongst the cultures of the world, you cannot deny that it's something. And I remember this time I was young, and I was having a conversation with my mother, and she was telling me about how she was feeling about the world and what was happening with the world, and she was concerned about the world and where it was going and how we were living. And she just was having a deep moment of, we need to get this together. And it was just me and her in the room. But I remember that day, I have a sibling who she felt like would be possibly that man to make that change. Because at the time, there was the belief she had that it would be one man. It would be a coming of the Messiah, a second Messiah, or another Jesus or something. And because of who my father was, she believed that possibly it was one of my siblings. I remember that day. Today I was reminded. And I said, because she was expressing that she wasn't sure if this person was going to decide to do it or not, that I told myself, and I told the Creator, and I said, if he doesn't want to do it, I would do it, because I wanted to see change. And when I was young, I was always aware of the hardship of life. There was not a moment of my childhood that I forgot about it, because I didn't have the greatest childhood. It was not an easy experience. It was a lot of not enjoying myself in my life. And because of that, it just made me very aware. I also had, also my sensitivity was still there when I was young. I was still an empath. I didn't know what that was. I was just me. And I was just picking up on stuff I didn't know I was picking up on. And I find even now I have to be aware, because I will still pick up people's stuff. And if I don't continue to just clear and just be in my awareness, I will get lost in this space where the days just replay in my mind and I'm just reading other people's energy unintentionally all day. So I'm mindful that I pay attention to my energy first. And yes, so sorry, got off topic. But I was always aware of the state of humanity and wishing for healing. I had so many evenings where I just would imagine what life would be like in a peaceful space, in a plush life, with the earth being renewed and all these things. And so it's not a surprise, but I had forgotten about that thought when I said that I would do it. So my incarnation this lifetime, I did pick some things to do, and they're not small tasks. They're definitely not. But it's okay. I'm going to do my best to execute. My intention is to fulfill every intention I set before I came here, and to have my family be 10 times stronger than the one I grew up in. Okay, apologies for the interruption. Need to get some water. My body is like doing so much detoxing right now. So yeah, so that's basically the sum of what I wanted to say about knowing yourself, and the purpose of coming to do so. Is basically because we're in this big shift of time, and it's important for us to remember and to live in our highest truths, our highest understandings. And I'm going to play my role in that. And so you will start to see me releasing jewelry again, clothing items, spiritual tools. Spirit is leading me to study herbs, so that's coming as well. Some herbal products for upliftment and clarity, whatever they tell me to do. Whatever my higher self, my guides, and whatever it is that I'm doing with that. I'm specifically not sure exactly what path. I only have been downloaded. I've only downloaded a couple, about 3 different things to make, and so that will be coming soon. I'm really excited about one. It's like a morning spritz. It's like a morning blessing kind of mix, and it is so like inclusive of all the things that I do and love. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be coming, as well as on clothing line. I have a clothing line coming. I will probably be setting up some different pages for that. I'm not going to put everything on this page. This is going to stay as my like spiritual enrichment page, and also there will be music coming. That's coming soon. So I have a lot of things going on under my belt that I'm developing. So just look out for them. It may be like a few weeks, but because I just want to kind of drop a load and then, work from there. So I'm going to do it that way. Also, my healing services are open back up at iamattuned.com. You can sign up for those. If you're in the Virginia Beach area, or close enough, I can travel to you. I guess I probably won't be driving out further than 2 hours unless it's for some sort of event or, travel costs are included. But I do also still doing the activation prayers, which is kind of like just an upgrade for your experience. It's like there to help you get to wherever it is you're going, the next level of that. And it works to the fullest of your receptivity. Those are recorded services, as well as a reading comes with that. I can't do them without a reading, but I think it's more useful with the reading. But you can sign up for that. I do still do readings. They are intuitive readings. I do check in with your guide. So there's some channeling that occurs on the readings as well. You sign up for the readings. I have updated my prices, so we're no longer doing the donation-based services. I'm just moving on what Spirit is leading me to do, and we have guidance that this is not the time, so I need to start charging for services. So that is set up, so you can sign up for those services. I'm also doing a Reiki and excuse me, I'm recording a video. Can y'all come back in about 5 minutes? Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm also doing services for some body work. I have had a certificate and license for massage, but massage is not really my thing. I think I was really doing that to heal myself because I needed touch, personally, because I didn't have it as a child. So just be 100, okay? And so Reiki, I'm doing Reiki sessions. I have opened that up. I have not had that open up in a long time, but these Reiki sessions are spirit-led. Literally, they kind of just pull me around your body and tell me what to do. So it's an upgrade. Again, upgrade. These services are all about upgrade, upliftment, and pushing forward with your spiritual intentions and your lifetime goal intentions, things of that nature. Okay, so so I'm doing services for the Reiki and also chakra clearing work. The chakra clearing work is readings and clearing for your chakras. You don't have to be in person for me to do this service. I've done it several times with people around me that I work with. And it does work, okay? Just because it's distance doesn't mean it's going to be any less than in person. So I'm offering that service as well. So any of those things are there. I also have some home crystal pieces. I have posted them previously. Those are still on my website. It looks like I have earrings on there as well right now. But I'm going to be updating some new bendies. I'm doing a zodiac series for my bendies that I will be posting first. And some Moorish things like I'm going to do. Well, it's Moorish because we use these signs and symbols. But if you like stars and moons, if you're attracted to that, then it represents for the Moorish Nation salvation, which is your oh man. Okay, so Spirit just dropped that on me. Okay, so why also represents salvation for the Moorish Nation. The moon and the stars, the moon represents your emotions. In other representations, it is your emotions, as well as that phase of the moon is about beginnings. I remember I looked that up a while ago. And then the star is about the past. It's like a balance of, how they say, you look at, if a man doesn't know where he's been, he doesn't know where he's going. I don't necessarily subscribe to that saying yet. That's in my question mark box. But this does represent, it's like your past, your future, and your present at the same time. And there's this balance of starting something new, but still having the memory of what's old, and then knowing that your future is like a combination of the two. So I like that. So so the star, because the star represents the ancestors in the sky, like the Simba thing, becoming the star. I just talked about becoming the star, and being able to have that kind of ascension, that your light body is you solely, and so then you're just a star because you have ascended, not ascended, but like evolved or mastered yourself in this sort of way that you just are a light body now. And so that's amazing. But okay, so that's that part. Okay, well, I might be having some of those bendies as well. Spirit, I have so many ideas. I'm not even gonna get into it. Anywho, I have some really neat stuff coming. That one thing I haven't mentioned that you might see actually before you see all of that. It's very interesting. It's something useful of the times we are in, but it's also something that's, it's like ancient and new at the same time. But it's fun, and it's for those of us who are not scared of what's happening and who are aware. But you know, we still have to go shopping. We still go to the grocery store. We still go buy stuff. We still go into buildings, you know, and they have this requirement. And yes, you cannot wear it, and sometimes it'll be okay. Sometimes you might get stopped. So this is for the person who just wants to just get out, get in, have a piece, and just keep it moving, but still meet the requirements. They say have a piece of fabric. So so we got something for them for that. That's useful to us in our life body. Okay, so I'm gonna get that to y'all. I'm gonna bring that to y'all. And, you know, you can use it, and anyway, it's gonna be dope. I think it's dope. So we gonna do that, and then yeah, so we're gonna see what's coming. So this is like a little mini update video to kind of talk about what's going on with me. I'm wanting to be more transparent about my life experience. I don't have anything where my services are just tailored to any particular group. I do believe in supporting life. You know, that is beautiful to me, and it just makes my heart feel like it's glowing. And so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll attract who needs me and those who need this energy I have to offer. So, you know, I trust in divine alignment of our lives and our divinity, because we are divine. And so therefore I don't have that, because those who are in need of what I have to offer will find me, and I will do my best to put myself in their path. Because yeah, gotta do some marketing and stuff, but we're gonna be on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. But anyway, I appreciate y'all feedback. Peace and love and light. Namaste. All of that good stuff. And y'all know I'll be back in touch later. I'll be posting some more videos, meditations, getting back to that daily routine that I said I was going to do during retrograde while there was other plans unfolding. Okay, because I had some things that I'm manifesting on within myself too, and that's been phenomenal in the last few days. So I'm grateful for that, and I appreciate everyone for being a part of my journey and for your time and for your love and your likes. Please like, comment, subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, all under I Am Attuned, and I appreciate your patience as well. And if anybody has any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. I don't care what it's about. I like to talk, you know, about the stuff that I care about. Other than that, I might be a little quiet, but I like to talk about stuff I care about. So I wish everyone a most blessed, peaceful, loving, integrative rest of their day. And I will be talking to you later. Peace and love.